So God put Isaiah 14, verse 16 in my heart this morning. So I just felt like I needed to get this out because I know there's a lot of people that are freaking out, that's fearing because of the way the world looks right now with everything that's going on. I mean, it's getting darker, but we got to know that the darker it gets, the closer we are to this evil regime coming down all over the world. They are about to be defeated. Satan knows that his time is short, so he is putting forth every effort he has to keep holding on, because what evil wanted, they're not going to get what they fully wanted. So they're trying to fight with everything that they have right now. So it's going to look darker because they're putting forth all that effort that they have. It's kind of like, you know, like 4th of July when, you know, the grand finale, you know, you get all these fireworks. It's like the best part of the show. You know, they put everything out there, all the rest of the stuff, and it's beautiful. Well, that's kind of like how, you know, the evil is working right now. This is their grand finale. They are putting forth every effort that they have to fight because they want what they want. They're not finished yet in their minds. They're like, no, we got more planned. We want to do this. We want to get this done. We're not getting what we wanted. So, you know, we're going to put forth every effort to bring all this down because, you know, we don't want our plans ruined. Well, God is stepping in and ruining that plan. He said, no, it ain't happening. So it is going to look darker. But that's because there's that war between good and evil. And God is bringing them down. They're losing. They're losing. They're putting forth everything they have. So once they put forth everything they have no more. Then they have to give up because they have nothing more to fight with. So Isaiah 14, chapter 14, verse 16, it talks about that we will look at Satan and be like, this is what we feared. This is what caused all the trouble in the world. We're going to look at him in disbelief because we're like, how could we fear that? Why would we fear that? So be encouraged, because even though it looks dark, that's a good sign, actually, because they're losing. They're losing. So don't fear the darkness. Know that God is working. He is the same yesterday, today, and forever. He never changes. So what he did for the Israelites in that original Exodus and what he's going to do for us is going to be even greater, just because it's a grander scale. It's the whole world. It's not just for like one country. It is for the entire world. So we're going to have a greater Exodus than what the original was. But we have a better covenant than what they did. So be encouraged. God is working. Things are already happening on a biblical level, and we are definitely living in biblical days. Prophecies are unfolding daily. Time is speeding up. We are getting closer and closer to when Jesus comes back and takes his people out of here. So we have nothing to fear. The enemy has everything to fear because their end is not good. So pray. Always pray. Pray over your comings and goings. You know, we still got to got to be smart about things. We can't live like how we used to in the past, because that threat is always out there. So we do have to always be praying over your loved ones, praying over yourself, praying over your vehicles, wherever you're going, however you're traveling, over your home. And I said this in the last video, but we are to always be praying, because there is always that threat, because evil is increasing, because more of them are showing their ugly head. They're not hiding anymore. They're just blatantly out there. So you just still got to be careful and always be praying. So, but just don't fear, because God is working, and we are about to see things that no human has ever seen before. God is moving in a way that is gonna blow people's minds. So stay encouraged, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.